the wildest tours this year is the Baby Clock Tour. That's Japanese kawaii metal band, Baby Metal, if you've ever seen them. Oh, they're so cute. And they're up front and singing and being all sweet. And they got a killer band behind them, co-headlining with Death Clock, the animated metal band from Metalocalypse. You watch that show on Adult Swim. They have a full-length movie coming later this year. Support from virtuoso guitarist Jason Richardson on the bill, too. The Baby Clock Tour is going to be at the Agora on Wednesday night, September the 6th. Should be a wild one. You can go to axs.com if you want any details on the show. Caller 10, these tickets are yours right now. Good luck. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
Welcome to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Forget the Rock Hall. When does Poundcake go into the Country Hall of Fame?
My truck, my beer, my guns.
Say it again. It's the Alan Cox Show.
Iconic Temple this year if you want to see Foo Fighters. And by that time, we'll know who's behind the drums, because I'll be talking about it.
You'll have seen them.
If you listen to us on iHeartRadio, tell me where you do that if you're from out of state. Who do we have out there? We've got Brad in Fort Mill, South Carolina. Scott listens in Saginaw, Michigan, the Sag Nasty. DeAndre's in Vallejo, California. And Kyle is in Austin, Texas. Now, I will point what I'm going to say now to Kyle in Austin, Texas, because straight down 35 from Austin, about a half an hour southwest, right down the highway, there's a little town called Kyle, Texas. But I shouldn't say little town, it's about 50,000 people maybe. So if you're familiar with the Austin metropolitan area, you know exactly where Kyle is. And they have a thing called the Gathering of the Kyles, and they are trying to set a Guinness Book of World Records by having all of the Kyles that want to come to Kyle, Texas, to celebrate, to be in the same place at the same time. They have to gather at least 2,326 people named Kyle. Now, just among the Alan Cox Show bureau chiefs, people who listen on the iHeartRadio app from around the country, we have about a dozen Kyles. We have Kyle in Austin. We have a Kyle in Findlay, Ohio. That's not far from us, right? Findlay's out there in the sticks, kind of?
It's not that far.
We have Kyle in Bel Air, Maryland. We have a Kyle in Naples, Florida. We have a Kyle in Kansas City. We have a Kyle in Nashville, Savannah, Georgia, Grinnell, Iowa, Hattiesburg, Mississippi. If all of those people were to go to Kyle, Texas to represent the Kyles of this country, the Gathering of the Kyles is going to be happening next month. So you don't have much time to make your plans. But from all of those cities I mentioned, it's easily drivable. Kyle there outside Baltimore probably got the longest trip. But you could fly to Austin, drive literally a half an hour down to Kyle, and you could be part of a Guinness World Record.
Who's the King Kyle? Who's the most famous Kyle?
I think
Kyle Kinane's up there.
Kyle Gass is who I think
Kyle
of.
Gass,
One
okay.
half of Tenacious D. But
He's definitely the oldest Kyle that I can think of.
Well, there's an actor named Kyle Chandler who does very, very good work. You might be familiar with him. He was the coach on Friday Night Lights.
Oh, yeah.
He was in Bloodline. He's mayor of Kingstown. Great actor named Kyle Chandler.
Which took place in a fictional town just outside of Austin.
They
filmed outside.
Friday Night Lights.
Friday Night Lights was Dillon, Texas, so they could do the Gathering of the Dillons.
There you go. There's Kyle Petty, the auto racer.
Oh, okay, that one.
Kyle MacLachlan, famous actor.
Kyle Petty.
Kyle
probably the oldest.
Corver, formerly of your Cleveland Cavaliers.
A lot of big Kyles out
A lot of Kyles. Anyway.
Kyle Kinane's got a great bit about how you never meet an old Kyle.
Just young Kyles.
When Kyle dies, Red Bull sends flowers at the funeral.
So the city of Kyle, Texas, is going to celebrate as many Kyles as they can.
Hey, y'all, I'm Kyle Park, and I'm here calling all Kyles to come to Kyle, Texas, where we'll attempt to break the world record of the most Kyles gathered ever.
That's a country artist named Kyle Park. Are you familiar with him, Mary?
I am not.
All right. So the city of Kyle, and again, if you're listening to us on iHeartRadio, you know where you are. There's Kyle in Gastonia, North Carolina. Kyle in Gladwin, Michigan, who listens to the show. Get thee to Austin, Texas, and then drive your ass down to Kyle, right outside the city. 4 p.m. on May the 21st. They will attempt to break the Guinness World Record for the largest same-name gathering, first name only. The record that stands was 2,325 people. They only need to break this by one, named Ivan in Bosnia in 2017. They probably had to turn Ivans away in Bosnia.
Right.
We have enough Ivans. In order to break the record, they're calling for any and all Kyles. So it doesn't matter what shape they come in. It doesn't matter what they look like. They'll take any and all Kyles.
Big ones, small ones, skinny ones, tall ones, brown ones, black ones, round ones, fat ones.
For the inaugural Kyle Fair. So that's just me doing a PSA for the Kyles in our audience. You can be part of Guinness World Record history. And all you have to do is get yourself to Kyle, Texas on Sunday, May the 21st by 4 p.m. That would be Central Time down there in Austin. Let me give you $1,000 here. It is a chance to grab some money courtesy of the Buzzard bookie. You got this once an hour, so plenty of chances still to win. Good luck.
This is your chance to bet with the Buzzard bookie and win $1,000 now. Enter this nationwide keyword at WMMS.com. Grand. That's grand. Enter it now at WMMS.com.
Hey, Woody.
Ellen,
Yes, sir.
how's your day, brother?
Woody's been really thirsty recently. He's like, he'll send a text and he'll be like, hey, are you getting my text? And then he'll text me and he'll go, hey, are you getting my texts? And then he'll call. You're so thirsty recently, Woody. Is it because there haven't been any bar crawls?
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is, to be honest with you. I'm not sure what it is.
Well, I'm trying to rectify that.
But hey, Bill, I want to congratulate you on that write-up in Hustler Magazine, man. That's awesome.
Thank you very much.
Are you a longtime subscriber, Woody?
No, I did have a couple hustlers in underneath the mattress.
Yeah! 1983, Jeanette Littledove.
Right on. Right on. But hey, it's funny because Alan, you had a write up in a magazine in Cleveland. It was like Cleveland Pet Magazine half a dozen years ago.
I was on the cover of Cleveland Dog Magazine with my Australian Shepherd and my family inside. That's right.
Yeah, I got that magazine, and I open it up to the article. There's a picture of you, and I turn the page, and there's another picture of you like in a cardigan sweater or something.
Terrible. It was a Christmas sweater. And then they had a photo of me that it made my wife cry. She was laughing so hard because it was a terrible picture of me making this face that looks like I'm having a stroke. But they printed it because the picture of my dog, which is the important part, it was a great picture of my dog. I just happened to look like I was in the process of dying. And it remains, as it is framed in one of our bathrooms, still a source of hilarity at Casa Cox.
It's kind of like a Chandler Bing smile. I don't know if you get that reference.
I do not.
He couldn't think. But yeah,
but I'm not photogenic at all. So
in this, no, nor was Chandler Bing. But in Bill's magazine article, there's a picture of him, and then you turn the page, and then there's just probably some giant member doing God knows what to some pretty young lady. So,
well, you hope it's a pretty young lady, sure. Listen, between consenting adults, Woody, I think we're all we're happy for all involved, right?
We absolutely are, brother.
Mm-hmm. All right, thank you, Woody. There's
It's
Woody.
good to be Bill Squire. It always feels right when he's in the spotlight.
Hello, Thigh Mule.
Alan, my formal friend. How are you, sir?
Good. What's going on?
So, a couple things I wanted to touch on with the news of the Foos. See what I did there? It reminded me of our formal introduction. Great show, great people, great music. I'm a drummer myself. I know we also share that formality. So,
right.
The loss of Taylor was obviously tremendous for the Foos community, the musician community, the drummer community. But I really like the song. I wanted to ask your opinion on that. And then my second question or idea was, the Kyle Fest sounds like a great idea, and I had an idea for you. you should get as many people named Alan to call into the show at the same time and have the world record for the most people with the name Alan on the radio at one time. So what are your formal thoughts on both of those?
I mean, I only have 10 phone lines, so they'd have to double up on
11.
the other phone lines. But here's the problem with that, though, is that there seems to be some uniformity with the name Kyle, Kyle. There are multiple ways to spell the name Alan. Now, the only correct way is the way that my name is spelled, A-L-A-N. I
concur.
I got no time for A-L-L-A-Ns or A-L-L-E-Ns or A-L-Y-Ns or any permutation thereof. Other than that, listen.
I was going to say, that's my middle name.
Let's get everybody to live the way they want to live, and I have no interest in doing that, but I always appreciate the suggestion.
Well, I hope everything goes well for you. Stay formal. Enjoy the new Foo Fighters record,
All right.
and Godspeed. I will formally introduce myself again at another time.
All right, thank you, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, Foo Fighters.
There is Thigh Mule, who I forgot we did officially meet after him calling the show for many years to prank the show. He introduced himself to me in person when we saw the Foo Fighters at the House of Blues the night before they were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And it was a very, very exciting show. Taylor Hawkins, obviously, still alive and great at that show.
I had something cool happen to me in the break.
Are you on
Just
Hustler now?
in this break?
Mm-hmm.
In this last break, you
Yeah.
had something cool happen.
Good for you.
You got tickets to see me in Youngstown on
You
Saturday?
got
did.
yourself an interview in Playgirl magazine.
No, I did not.
Next to a retro photo of Burt Reynolds' dong.
I wish. I found $20 in the bathroom.
It's definitely a poop
And you
dollar.
picked it up?
Yeah, I picked it up. It wasn't in the stall. It was over by the sinks.
It's
But
But
definitely a poop
everything's wet in there.
It wasn't though.
Well, I'm thinking of the men's.
It usually the
Every
women's room is a
surface
disaster.
every surface in the men's room is wet.
Yeah.
When I have to go to the bathroom, when I have to sit here at work, I practically bring a belt sander in for that toilet seat. Like I stand there wrapping my hand in toilet paper to wipe the seat down before I will even sit down. Everything, the sinks are wet, the floors are wet. And arguably, they're still taking better care of them than they were when we first got here.
Oh, 100%.
That's how much it's improved, and everything is still wet all the time.
Well,
You found 20, was it on, so it wasn't on the floor, it was on the sink.
no, it was on
No,
the
it was
floor,
on the floor. She
by the
picked
sink.
it up off the floor.
I
On the
picked it up
floor,
off the floor,
by the
put
sink.
it in my pocket.
Was
Yeah.
it wet?
Nope.
She licked it to make sure
Was
it's
it
real.
folded?
It was half folded. Yeah, I put a video
Folded
on
in
my,
half.
put a-
You picked it up.
Yeah. I put a video on my Instagram. I walked in. I saw the $20. I said, is anybody in here? And nobody was in there. So that $20 went right in my pocket. My lucky day.
When your thrush returns, because
I'm not putting it
you've-
in my mouth.
Do you have to? You put your hands in your mouth?
I'm not taking the $20 bill and licking it and sticking it to
You don't
my
have to.
forehead.
You don't
Washed
have to.
my hands after I went to the bathroom.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
And then you picked up the 20.
No, I picked up the 20 on the way in. It's the first thing I saw when I walked into the bathroom.
All right, well, listen. You take this as a positive sign.
You're saying you're too good for a bathroom
It's not
20?
about being too good.
If you saw $20 on the floor of the bathroom, you wouldn't pick it up.
No.
Come on. Listen, I'm not a millionaire. I can't afford to leave 20s laying
I'm not a
around.
millionaire either.
Mhm.
You're telling me that I'm lying, that
I'm not
I
saying
wouldn't
you're
put.
lying. I'm
You said,
saying-
"Oh, come on, yes, you would."
I'm saying that it must be nice to not need $20 that bad.
Nobody needs.
I do.
No, short of the people walking out here on Euclid Avenue, nobody needs a $20 bill that bad. We've
Pick
gone
it up
over
off
this
the ground.
before.
No, we've gone over poop 20s. If a $20 bill was stuck somewhere on with
And we're still
feces.
taking it.
Do
yeah.
you realize?
This was
that-
just on the ground.
But you
taking
know
it.
the studies they've done about public bathrooms
Who
where
cares?
everything is covered in fecal mist.
So what?
Okay.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take this $20 and I'm gonna eat it like I'm gonna use it like a spoon to eat ice cream. That's what I'm gonna do.
that must
I'm
be
gonna
some
fold
really
it.
soft ice cream.
Now, if you could only take it to the casino,
I know I can't. I would
do
double.
you want me to do it for you?
No, I haven't gambled in 23 days. Not even
You
a
could
scratch
lose.
off.
You could lose that 20 right away,
I could,
and then get rid of it.
but yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. It's not a gathering
Listen,
of the Kyles, but
I'm happy for you.
you don't sound that happy. You sound grossed out.
I am. I can be happy for you and grossed out.
Do you want me to rub it on your neck? Will that make you less grossed out about it?
How would that make me less grossed out? If you were to rub a bathroom floor 20 on my neck.
It's like aversion therapy. If you're scared of spiders, they make you hold a spider. If you think this 20 is gross, I'll let you smell it. And then you won't be so scared by it anymore.
Not scared. I am, as you said, grossed out. And that's correct.
Whatever. Can't even just be happy for me.
I just said, I'm happy for you. It doesn't do anything for me.
Listen to your tone.
I don't have it.
Not a
Good for you. I'm slightly surprised you picked it up.
Why would you be slightly surprised?
Because
With
it's on the
everything you know about
floor
me as
of
a
a
human
bathroom.
being.
But you're not, listen, despite what the audience says, I don't think you're a gross person. So the fact that you picked up.
More.
Well, let's go about some of the things. Nose picker.
So?
Eat your boogers a
No.
little bit, right? Like, okay, listen. but again, these are all, you're self-aware.
Yeah.
I'm just slightly surprised you picked it up. It's not a judgment. I'm saying I'm slightly surprised you picked it up.
Free chicken wings later tonight. That's what I saw when I walked in the floor. I said, wow, those are chicken wings
I guess
on the floor.
free in the strictest sense, but
Free?
you don't
It's
know what
free?
you monetarily.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're going to pick up from it.
I washed my hands after I went to the bathroom.
I'm not worried. Okay, yeah. You know what?
Should I coat it in hand
Nope.
sanitizer?
Nope.
What should I do? Should I
Nope.
wipe it down with a Clorox
Nope.
wipe?
Good for you. Nope. Got yourself $20. Floor of the bathroom. Good for you.
Maybe I get cholera. So what?
Congratulations. That's waterborne. I don't know that it's going to happen
Well,
through
there's
the 20.
water in the bathroom.
Yeah, so
You said
what?
there isn't. Men's room, it's like the river.